We're live.
All right, con, sir. Okay. We look. Is we live on Facebook still?
We live on Facebook, on YouTube,
Okay.
on Trenton, Philly, Atlantic City.
Okay, cool. I see it.
And we live on what is it called? The stream, not the stream, right? Twitch.
Are we live on Twitch?
Yeah, Philadelphia Twitch.
Oh, okay, I see it. All right, we got to get this class started. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is TITHES with I.S.U.P.K, and I'm holding down the Brotherhood and Unity class. You understand? Like, what is Brotherhood, man? The main reason why we're in the predicament we're in because we lack brotherhood. That's the main reason why we're here today, waking our people up, is because we lacked brotherhood a long time ago, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, and now we here in America trying to survive. You know, a long time ago, I ain't had this knowledge of who I was. I ain't had this knowledge of, you know, of my true identity. You understand what I'm saying? Because according to the Bible, blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native American Indians are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and we got to come back to these laws. We got to come back to this book. You understand what I'm saying? Because we are the people of this book, man, and the people of this book has a certain type of standard that we have to live by, man. And in order to live by that certain type of standard, you have to get away from all the things that America does. You got to get away from all of the evil things that plague us in our neighborhoods. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, Abad, can you give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6? Like, we have to get away from America. You know, we could be in America, but we can't be of America. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got to separate from this place, man. We can't do that by following what America, you know, the American way. American way is nothing but destruction.
Right.
I mean, to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man.
Right.
Man, if you could, can you read that, sir?
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Listen, we are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. We belong to the Most High, man. We are a holy people, man. Holy is Kodash in the Hebrew, and it means separate, set apart. You know what I mean? We are supposed to be separate from everybody else. You know what I mean? Because we belong to the Most High. Everybody else don't belong to the Most High, man. Only blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We belong to the Most High, man. That's why we have to be separate. Keep going.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Listen, the Lord thy God have chosen blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to be a chosen people, man. We're supposed to be a special people unto the Lord thy God. We're supposed to be special, man. Now, if you could, keep that. Go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 54, man. Like, we was chosen for this, man.
Right.
We was chosen to be a special people, man.
Right.
Now, in today's society, we're the second-class citizen. Understand what I'm saying? We have somebody over us that don't supposed to be over us. And I mean, the oppressor is over us, man. We follow what the oppressor do. We follow what the oppressor want. You know what I mean? All these things in America that you watch on TV come from the oppressor. Even the black culture that we got today, it comes from the oppressor. He allows this to happen, man.
Right.
It's like all the garbage music that goes on today in our community that our children are listening to, man. The oppressor, you know, allows that to go on.
Right.
You know what I mean? He has the power to stop it or let it keep going on. This is what our oppressor can do, man. And this is why we have to separate from this place, because our oppressor is going to destroy us, man.
Right.
Our oppressor is going to show us that we can't get along, man. You ever seen, like, listen, like, you've seen our neighborhoods. You can watch, like, any type of TV shows that we watch, and it's nothing but black on black crime, man. You watch Power, man. this is this you watch Power, the new Power is coming out. You know, you got the oppressor on there making two brothers go at it with one another, man. If you really pay attention to that, is an oppressor named Tommy, you know, making two brothers beef over drugs, and they promote that on television to our kids. That's just entertaining. But you gotta understand, you let your children watch these things, man.
Right.
You having two brothers fight each other and kill one another because of an oppressor getting in the middle of their disagreements, man.
Right.
This is why we gotta come inside this truth, man, and learn that we gotta be separate, man. The Lord chose us, man. The Lord chose us to be a special people. You out there doing what another man doing, and you ain't doing what the Lord tell you to do, man. It don't make you special. You know what I mean? Like, if I have a woman, every man in the world, man, that don't make her special, man.
Right.
She don't belong to me. But she having sex with everybody else, man. That don't make her special. But if she comes back to me exclusively and she knows that she belongs to me, that makes her special, man.
Right.
And I chose that woman. Like, listen, you're gonna be my wife.
Right.
She didn't say you're gonna be my husband. I said you're gonna be my wife. But then she goes out and go have sex and lay in bed with these different type of, you know, strange men. Now she's less valuable. Now she's nothing. When you're supposed to be like that, you're supposed to be special. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, give me 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 54.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, 6 verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Listen, Adam, who the Most High made Lord of all creatures. Adam was not the first man on this planet.
Right.
But Adam was the first man God gave his laws to, his commandments to. That who was Adam is. Adam had the intelligence to name all of these things because of the Most High.
Right.
Most High gave him that, put that spirit on him to do that. Keep going.
Of him come we all.
Listen, we all come from Adam. The Chinese man come from Adam. The African man come from Adam. The Arab come from Adam. Etc., etc. Keep going.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians come from Adam. Keep going.
Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Listen, the Most High made the world for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans' sake. He didn't make the world for anybody else. Keep going.
Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam.
Listen, they're talking about the Africans, they're talking about the Edomites, they're talking about the Chinese, man. They're talking about everybody that's not black or Hispanic or Native American Indian. Keep going.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
Listen, they are nothing. You're supposed to be special. And the Most High is saying that these people that's not you are nothing.
Right.
Keep going. Go ahead,
the scripture said, we're the salt here and we're the light of the world.
Kind of one kind. Listen, we are the salt, man. Listen. I love that term, man. We are the salt, man. Like, we are the flavor. And the piggyback on a vibe saying, like, you could go out. It's a certain way we walk. Listen, it could be the brothers and sisters that's not in this school, man. We are the trendsetters of the world, man. Listen, Africans want to be like us, man.
Right.
Y'all go look at on Facebook, man. Africans want to be like you. They don't want to be like nobody else. Everybody want to be like us, man. We are the real trendsetters of this world. That's basically saying we're the salt of the earth. Trendsetters is like saying we're the salt of the earth, man. Right. It's the way we talk, the way we carry ourselves, the way we think, the way we move. You know what I mean? Even though we're in this bad condition, you know what I mean, that we're in today, we still can make, I could take, how could I say this? I don't want to say the word. I could turn defecation into sugar, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I could turn defecation into sugar, man. Yeah, I mean, that's the saying, as you know, I'm probably down south, people probably understand what I'm saying. Like, we could make something out of nothing. Basically what I'm saying, man. Like So when the Bible is saying it's heavy, man, and then we in this predicament, not treating one another like brothers and sisters, man. Like, it's cool we trendsetters, it's cool we the salt of the earth, right? But you are under somebody that the Most High considers nothing.
Right.
He considers the oppressor nothing.
Right.
So you're under somebody that's nothing. You don't have the thinking process.
And what's worse is they are nothing. And the oppressor, the scriptures say about the oppressor that he'll make us jealous with a nation that is not a people. I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
That's scripture.
Right. Listen, there are no people.
They're vagabonds.
They're vagabonds. Listen. They
don't have no culture.
They have no culture. That's why they take everybody else's culture. They take everybody's culture, man. All this stuff, everything that America produces come from black folks, black people. Yeah, man. I remember a long time ago, you know, the brother Charleston White. I remember he's a brother, but he in the world. But I remember he brought out something. He had something on his page. He was like showing everybody, you know, that created something, like, you know, the Egyptians, you know, created, they boiled crab, and whoever created something, they had like the Hebrews, they say they ain't got nothing. Right. So my thing is, it's like, okay, think about like in Egypt, you know, we built the pyramids, right? Right. We built the pyramids, right? But if somebody in power, they're gonna take all the credit for it.
Right.
You know, the person in power gonna take it. We the slaves. Right. They ain't gonna tell, oh yeah, these can we say nigga? No, can't say that. So these black people, you know, ain't do it. We did it. You know, with our mind. You understand what I'm saying? Just like think about it today. Everything in America is invented or created by a black person. Majority of everything in America, but we don't get credit for it. I'm finding out 30 years from now. We only know a little bit, like, you know, about the red light, or like the average black kid don't know about, like, blacks created everything. Right. Like, I'm talking about Israelites. I'm not talking about no Hamite or Egyptian. I'm talking about Israelites. Right. We created a majority of things in America, but they want to patent and it says theirs. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So we do have things. We're just not in a position to have the power to take it. Right. Because they're in power. The people that's nothing are in power. Right. You know what I mean? Right. While we out here unaliving one another, they out here taking our creations and making it theirs and profiting off of that, man. Because we lack brotherhood, man. Right. We don't want to support one another. Even somebody do create something, I want to support them. It costs too much money. Oh, is this, is that? Like, this is all the spirit that we have on us. And the Most High told us that this world is ours, technically. Right. And for somebody to take it over, that's nothing. Right. And we allowing this to go on because now it's like, okay, you under somebody that think they nothing. How do you look at yourself? Right. You look at yourself as nothing. Black folks of the day, they depressed, they stressed out, low self-esteem. There's a lot of things that go on with our people. We are traumatized. Right. And there's a bunch of nothing people taking over us. Go ahead.
Right. Like the pressure push equality. Why we want to be equal if the oppressor was nothing? Right.
Exactly. Right. We're supposed to be up here. The oppressor's supposed to be down here. You know what I mean? If you could, now I'm glad you said that, Abide. Now let's show them real equality in the Bible. Can you go back to Ephesus any more of that?
If you want, there's a little bit.
It's the spittle. No, you could drop that. You could go back to the Deuteronomy 7:6. Start from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 7, verse 6.
I'm gonna show you equality in the Bible.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Listen, we are holy people unto the Lord thy God. Holy means separate. So we are separate from other people. That's equality right there. Keep going.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Listen, he chose us to be a special people. We just read in 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 54, that the other people of this place that Adam, or that came from Adam, are nothing. So we're special, they're nothing. That's the equality. Keep going.
Above all people.
We are above all people, man. We are superior above all people. We are, listen, I'm superior than a person. Listen, a person inferior in my eyes. I'm above him. In my head, I'm above him. I read in this Bible that I'm above all people. I'm above them Egyptians, man. I'm above them Arabs, man. That you know what is crazy. I want to bring up these Arabs. I was just reading a book today. You know what I mean? The Heritage. I think it's a. I don't want to look it on my phone. I think I got it on my phone.
If I may,
Go ahead, Abad.
when it says it's above all people, and it can't, and the other nations can't challenge it because it's coming from the Most High God.
Right.
So it's like it's not man who's saying it. So it's like like you're saying, we should follow, we should keep the Lord's laws and be brothers to one another, so we can get back to the state of superiority.
Right. Kind of one kind. And if I may, it's just like the Arabs, man. The Arabs read this book, man. They read the Torah, man. They read this and they try to make it their own and try to copy it and try to put a spin on it and then try to say oh, we got the real deal now, and understand what I'm saying. But they got their stuff from us, man.
Right.
Like we in the Torah it say we're above all people, man.
Right.
They don't like that. That's why they ain't got it in their book.
Right.
They ain't got that. As soon as people read as soon as other nations read certain things that's in this Bible, that's why a thing called the slave Bible.
Right.
A long time ago, they was giving the slaves. You know how they say, this is the oppressor book.
Right.
This is the the oppressor book. Understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a slave Bible. They took certain things out.
Right.
They try to break certain things down and interpret it, but the Spirit of the Most High, shout out to Nat Turner, man.
Right.
May he rise again. He had the Spirit on him to read something in that book.
Right.
It was certain things missing from it.
Right.
I can tell you, this book we only understand that we can get it, even if it's in the oppressor language. You understand what I'm saying, or his interpretation. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, I was reading a book today from the Arabs. I mean, Salakia, not from the Arabs, but when I wasn't in the school, I purchased this book from the website, the old website we saw about the other day about. You know what I mean? It had this book, and I bought it. It's a Heritage, Civilization, and the Jews by Abba Aben, I believe that's his name. And I'm gonna read something to you real quick. I read this earlier today. All right. The Bedouin Arabs were fascinated by what they heard from the Jews about Abraham and Moses and the prophets who came after. They liked the simplicity, the purity, the transcendent sweep of what they learned from the Jews about one living God. The Arabs called the Jews the people of the book. The Arabs called us the people of the book. You understand? What do you think that means? We got authority over this book.
Right.
We are the people of this book, which means we can tell you what it is. So the Bible say that we are a special people and we above all people. That's what we got to understand. The Arab understand that. The Arab know we the people of this book. The Arab know that we special. Clearly these Arabs read that. That's why Muhammad got mad when we rejected him and he tried to unalive us. He tried to unalive us and force us to convert to Islam. You understand what I'm saying? He made us convert to Islam, but we rejected that garbage. You understand? Because if you could abide, I'm go somewhere else real quick. Can you give me? I was gonna bring this up already, but can you give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28? You understand what I'm saying? Like we rejected that garbage. Now, go a little bit forward. Now we, matter of fact, start at 15 real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Listen, at that time we rejected the Quran or Islam or Muhammad. So which means is we was keeping the law at some point, right? So at that time, keep going.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Listen, we was doing some of the commandments, a long time ago. That's why we rejected Islam. We wasn't going. We wasn't for that. It was certain areas where we was practicing our culture and different sets of, in Rome and all that type of stuff. We was doing it a little bit. Understand what I'm saying? Not mostly everybody wasn't, but it was a set of people that was, and we rejected it. Keep going.
And his statute, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
Listen, now we got curses on us now. We got a whole bunch of curses.
Right.
Now we're cursed. Now we're going to get these punishments now.
Right.
And one of these punishments is, we're going to read it in a minute. Is there any more of that?
And overtake thee.
Listen, all these punishments is going to overtake us. It's going to take control of us. It's going to come in our lives. It's going to be in our everyday life now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, can you go back to Deuteronomy 28, sir?
This book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 20. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
Listen, wait, Salaki, 44.
Oh, 44, Salaki.
No.
This is the book of 28 and 44. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 44. He shall lend to thee.
Hold on, Salaki, hold on. Which one is the wood and stone? Is it 28, 28?
Oh, it's not 28, 28, but I know you want the wood and stone? The stone and
Kind of one concert. I swear it was. I just looked at it today. I know it's there.
I know, yeah, it's there. I think. I got it. 64.
64?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Listen, the Lord shall scatter us among all people. Keep going.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Keep going.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Listen, we shall serve other gods. We got put in America. We over in South America serving other gods. Keep going.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
We don't know that stinking Arab God. We never knew it. That's why we rejected it. And in essentially, because we rejected these Arab gods. We rejected Christianity. Keep going.
Even wood and stone.
Listen, wood is the Christianity and stone is Islam. You understand what I'm saying? We rejected Christianity before, we rejected Islam before. Now, we didn't want to listen to the Most High. Majority of us, we got put into captivity. Now we serving garbage Islam. We serving Christianity. That's one of the most biggest religions on this planet.
Right.
Christianity and Islam, right? However, they want to be like us. Christians, if I'm not mistaken, about one of the first Christians, when they read the Torah, why they studying the Torah? The first Christians was Israelites, right?
Right.
Considered Israelites, right?
Right.
They following Christ. They was teaching the Torah. They was following the Torah. They was reading from the Torah. Understand what I'm saying? Muhammad got taught by Israelites because he knew that we was the authorities of this book. He knew that we was the salt of the earth. He's seen us. He's probably like, who is them black men? Who is these guys with these garments on, with these headpieces on, these war scarves on, with these dawadas on? Who is these people? And he found out. And if I could have, he probably figured out that you not our people.
Right.
You can't be joined unto this.
Right.
That's probably why he got mad and try to make his own thing, man.
Right.
Because he couldn't be joined unto this.
Right.
He was a stranger. He was a second-class citizen, if I'm not mistaken. He was somebody that was coming and sojourning over here, and but you couldn't be an Israelite. This is why he tried to make Muslims, because he couldn't be an Israelite.
Right.
And he got mad at the fact that, oh, Abraham's my daddy. We're somewhat related. I should have the kingdom or the blessings. Well, he did get blessed. He should have what we should have, the promises, if I may. But you didn't get the promise. You got the blessing. And now you hating on us. Now our brothers and sisters are Muslims now, man. Our brothers and sisters are Muslims, and if I may, a lot of Muslim brothers and sisters murdering, unaliving one another. You understand what I'm saying? There's more Muslims unaliving people in Philly,
right,
than anything. You will never hear Israelite unaliving anybody. You only hear, even though they are Israelites, you will hear, but they deem themselves as Muslims. You don't see us doing that because we keeping these laws, man. We keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man. We can't do them type of things unless we defending ourselves. Because you can defend yourself. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a lot of our people that's following these false religions, and they got the spirit of their God on them and an oppressor spirit on them. That's why they're doing what they're doing, man. They trying to justify all the evilness that they do. Just like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, about like if a Muslim is starving or something like that, he could eat a pig or something like that, or he can sell drugs if he ain't got no money.
Right.
He could beat his woman.
Right.
She not being obedient to him. In the Bible, we ain't doing none of that. We can't sell drugs.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care if I got a penny in my pocket. I got lint in my pocket. I can't sell drugs. I can't practice witchcraft. Right. I can't sell drugs to my brother. I can't sell drugs to my sister. I can't sell drugs to anybody unless it's like, legal and I could prescribe it for medicine for my people so I could heal them from being sick. Like I was in a pharmacy or something. Other than that, or I was a physician, that's something different. I can't be in no trap house whipping up crack or bagging up dope and selling it to my people and they destroying it and overdosing off it, man. Their blood is on my hands, man. In order for me to change my life and come into I.S.U.P.K, I had to get rid of that mindset, man.
Right.
And man, I used to, look at, brothers that sold drugs. Like, listen, man, they ain't have nothing. Their mom is struggling by themselves, and she got to work, and she can't really pay all her bills. So I understand why they doing it. You understand what I'm saying? But now it's like I can't even, involve myself in that type of thinking. I do understand, because we poor. We want to do it because we poor. But now it's like a certain level of maturity our people should have now, knowing that it's wrong, especially when you get a certain type of age. You should see like, dang, this is not right. But the spirit, of these punishments, these curses on us so bad that we can't even see it, man.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, you could drop that. You could go to, matter of fact, yeah, you could go to Psalms chapter 147, 19 to 20.
Book of Psalms, chapter 147. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verses 19. So I get page. Got it. 147 and 19. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He shows his word unto who?
Jacob.
He going.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Listen, the Most High showed his word unto us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The word is the law, statute, commandments, like Abad just stated. Can you keep going?
Verse 20. He had not dealt so with any nation.
He ain't dealt so with no Arab, man, with no Islam, man. Our people is Muslims because they think it's cool now. Now it's like it got forced on us a long time ago.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Some of us rejected it, and we died.
Right.
And the ones that didn't reject it, they just got forced.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now today we just doing it, because it's cool. You understand what I'm saying? What I call, like, they all Christians to me, man. They just Christians in a guard. That's all it is, man. Like, he have not dealt so with any other nation. He ain't dealt so with no oppressor, man, with his Christianity. The oppressive Christianity is garbage, man. The African Christianity is anything out of foreign Christianity is garbage, man.
Right.
And our people is in this, man. Like, majority of Christians and Muslims are unaliving one another.
Right.
They're selling drugs to one another.
Right.
They're beating on their women.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they have an evil eye towards one another, man. In these religions, man. He have not dealt so with no Arab, man. He have not dealt so with no Edomite. He have not dealt so with no African. Keep going.
He had not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Listen, they ain't know their judgment. We know the curses. We know the punishments. We know the statutes and the laws and the commandments of the Most High, man. We know them because it's happening to us now. We are in Islam. We are in Christianity. Aren't those the judgments because we didn't want to listen to the Most High? If I'm not mistaken about it.
Right.
If we the judgment is the curses, right? About it? So is we in Islam, and that's a curse. Right. We in Christianity, ain't that's a curse? We follow other gods. We're supposed to serve other gods, ain't that's a curse? The Arab is not cursed. You are, black man, Hispanic man, and American Indian man. You're following them. You're following the oppressor. You're not following this Bible that the Most High gave you, these words that the Most High gave you. You're not following these things, man. And if you would, you'd be listening to the priests and prophets of the Most High, man. You'd be walking inside these doors and putting your all black on, man, and going to war with your brothers, man. That's what you would be doing. Now, if you could, can you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, so 28, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass. Go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It shall come to pass that you need to listen very carefully to what the Lord thy God has to say. Keep going.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
You have to observe and do all his commandments. You got to do all of them, not just one or two. Keep going.
Which I command thee this day.
Listen, he commanded you today. See, a lot of people might say about, let's talk about that time. No, it's talking about today too.
Right.
It's not just talking about, listen, this is why blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we understand this book. We understand that it's talking about today, it's talking about beforehand, it's talking about anytime.
Root 4:1, the law endure forever.
Exactly. The kind of one kind, the law endure forever, which I was going to break out a little later. No, you too out. So, like, listen, the law endure forever, man. Matter of fact, we can get that now. Drop that. Oh, no, don't drop it. Keep it. But put on. Yeah, well, Bob bringing out so heavy, man. The law endure forever. We like to bring that up. That's all I'm saying. Like, everything that we speak in this, in the I.S.U.P.K comes strictly from the Bible, man. This law is not going anywhere. Like, we gotta listen carefully to what the Most High is saying, man. Right. And we gotta listen to this day. We're supposed to listen to it back then. We're supposed to listen to it now.
Right.
If you got it, go ahead.
I got it. This is the book of Ruth, 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever.
Go ahead.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
Listen, all that keep it shall come to life, man. If you listen carefully and keep these law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to come to life. Life ain't going out to the club shaking your butt. Life ain't on the block making that fast money so you can buy you some designer clothes. Life ain't smoking weed, getting high, getting drunk every day. Life is what about?
All they that keep it shall come to life.
Listen, if you keep these laws, statutes, commandments, you're gonna come to life. And start from the top again, if you could.
This book Baruch is 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God.
This is the book of the commandments of God. This book right here, this book that I hold up right here is the commandments of God. And also this book too as well. This is supposed to be in this book, but these two books are the commandments of God. Keep going.
And the law that endureth forever.
The law that endureth forever is staying here to the day that I die, to the day that Abba dies, to the day that everybody dies on this planet as Black, Hispanic, and American Indians. It's staying here forever. When me and Abba not here, when we come back, it's still going to be here. It's still going. This law is still. Listen, when I die and I, rise again, the law is still going to be here.
Right.
It's not going anywhere.
Right.
Keep going.
All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
If you leave this, you're going to die, man. We dying now. Right. We unaliving one another all the time. Understand what I'm saying? There's this young sister, on a video, and I don't know if the lady that she's attacking is our people, but she slapping this lady constantly over and over again, and she's recording the video and saying, "Is this your mom? If I'm not mistaken, is this your mom? This is your mom. Stop playing with me." I'm paraphrasing, of course, but if you're watching this class right now and you've seen the video, you probably know what I'm talking about, right? It's trending right now. It's going around. She's slapping some lady. I believe it's somebody's mom, that she had problems with, right? Then it's another. Then there's a news clip that follows that. The same young sister that was smacking that woman is dead. She's somebody unalived her. That just shows you the mind of our people, man. Like we left this law a long time ago, because guess what? A child would have knew their place, man. Children would have never be conducting themselves in that manner. It don't even matter if it's an oppressor or our people. You understand what I'm saying? We don't supposed to conduct ourselves in our manner. We don't supposed to be physically harming anybody. We're not supposed to be unaliving one another. You understand what I'm saying? Children supposed to know their place. You understand? We have a child have a problem with another child, they should go to the parents. You should tell the parents about it. You got a problem with another child, tell a parent about it. You don't go do stuff on your own. And this is why the Bible say, if I'm not mistaken, that the child's supposed to listen to their parents, supposed to obey their parents, and then also you're supposed to listen to the Torah of your mother, if I'm not mistaken. Right. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to listen to your mother, man. I'm pretty sure your mother don't want you out here doing that, unless she's destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? But we need to start training up these children not to be going that route, putting their hands on adults. Now, that make us look bad. You understand what I'm saying? Like now, all these oppressors is talking about us like we animals and we savages, man. Because we left this law and now we're dying. That sister is in a cold ground now. She didn't even get to live her life. She didn't get to live her life because she wasn't brought up like a daughter of a children. The daughter of the power, the daughter of Israel. She wasn't brought up in that way. So now she's in the ground. She ain't gonna know what it's like to go on her prom, to graduate high school, to go to college, to get married, to have kids. Understand what I'm saying? She ain't gonna know what it's like now because she was brought up the wrong way, man, because her parents left the law. We all failed that sister, man. Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, we failed that young sister, man, because we left this law a long time ago, man. Now I'm glad now we here. I.S.U.P.K is here to tell Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians we got to separate from this place. And the main reason that we are in this place because we wasn't telling our children, telling our brothers and sisters what they was doing wrong. We was being brothers to them, man. We wanted to do what we wanted to do. We wanted to be like the Greeks. We wanted to be like the Romans. We wanted to be like everybody else but us. Understand what I'm saying? That's why they was calling us Gentiles, if I'm not mistaken. Why they call us Gentiles in the New Testament? Because we was following the Greek customs and stuff like that, man. We wanted to be like them, man. We wanted to indulge in what they wanted to do, man. But we left that a long time ago. Now we got to get back to it, man. We got to get back to serving the Most High God properly, and that's keeping His laws, man. His laws ain't going away anywhere no time soon. So this deal, listen. When Christ come back, the laws are going to be definitely in effect.
Right.
The laws are going to be in effect. If you understand, now, if you go back to Deuteronomy 28:1.
This is book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You should listen. You should listen carefully. Keep going.
To observe and to do all His commandments.
To observe, to do all His commandments. Keep going.
Which I command thee this day.
Keep going.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
Listen, the Lord thy God going to set thee on high. That's equality. The Bible say we are above all people. We're supposed to be above all people, right? If we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, we're going to be under somebody. I'm going to ask Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians this question. Do you want to be under your oppressor all your life? I'm pretty sure you don't. In order to not be under your oppressor all your life, you have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man, because that will set thee on high.
Right.
You will be above all people. You will be special because you're chosen to be something. Now, if you could, can you give me Mark chapter 12, verse 29? We're going to get into these commandments.
Right.
We're going to get into these commandments. I'm going to show you in the Bible what you have to do to get out of these conditions that we're in right now.
This is book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 29.
Go ahead.
And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Listen. Start there from the top of Bible and read it nice and slow.
This is the book of Mark.
The book of what?
Book of Mark.
Keep going.
Chapter 12, verse 29. And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is.
The first of what?
The first of all the commandments is.
Oh, keep going.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Listen, where do you think Christ got that from? Jesus, so-called Jesus, answered him and gave him a commandment. Where do you think he got it from? Can you keep going to 30?
Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind, with all thy strength. This is the first commandment.
Listen, that's a first commandment, man. Where do you think he got this from? He got this from the Old Testament, man. He got this from the Torah. Now, if you could, can you go to Deuteronomy chapter 6? We're going to prove that.
Right.
Can you go to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4?
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Listen, hear, O Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The Lord thy God is one. Keep going. Listen, shalom. Listen, we speak Hebrew over here. You understand what I'm saying? We reading these books and we reading that. Start from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Keep going.
Verse 5. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy might.
Listen, is it more than that?
That's it.
Listen, you're supposed to love the Lord thy God with all thy soul, with all thy might. The Lord thy God is one. He's not with the Arab God. He's not with the Christian God. He's not with the African gods. He is one. He's separate. He's not with none of that. And the Bible is telling us we're supposed to love the Lord with all thy heart, with all thy mind. You understand what I'm saying? We're
Right.
supposed to love the Lord with all thy mind, with all our soul. That's a commandment, man. That's the first step in changing your life. It's loving the Lord thy God with all yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Can you read? Can you go to 6?
This book of Deuteronomy 6, verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
Listen, it should be in your mind to love thy God with all thy heart. You should know that your God is a separate God. Your God is one. Your God is not joined unto anybody else. It's not joined unto no Aquarius, no Capricorn, or no Taurus, none of that bull crap. He's not tied to no Osiris or Allah. He is one. He is not none of those gods. He is the God of the Bible. You don't see Allah in the Bible. Oh, I'm not gonna say you don't see Allah. You don't see the Arab God in the Bible. You don't see Christian God in the Bible. You don't see none of those gods in the Bible that's saying we're supposed to follow that. He is separate from all those gods. You understand what I'm saying? That's what makes him one. Right. If we had the Allah God, we had the Christian God, we had the African gods, it wouldn't be one. It would be all different things. Right. It wouldn't be one. He's one God, living God. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, can you go back to Mark chapter 12, verse 29?
This is book of Mark 12, verse 29. And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandment is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Listen, the Lord our God is one Lord. Keep going.
Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength.
Listen, you should love the Lord thy God with all thy soul, with all thy might, strength, all of that. You're supposed to love the Lord thy God, right? That's a commandment. Keep on.
And with this is the first commandment, verse 31. And the second is like, namely this.
Right.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Listen, you should. That's a commandment, man. You should love thy neighbor as thyself. A lot of Christians and maybe Muslims or Arabs, whatever people think, they probably think neighbor is somebody that lives next to you, even though our neighbor should live next to us. If I'm not mistaken, listen, we only understand well. I just said only our neighbor should live next to us, but an African might live next to me. Right. A Chinese man might live next to me. Those not my neighbors according to the Bible. Now, if you could, can you give me what I want? Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Like, I'm going to show you what a neighbor is, man. People think neighbors is somebody that lives next door to you, even though it should be like that, but we're not in our own land, so it's not so. You understand what I'm saying? This is why we got to break it down in that way. You understand what I'm saying?
This is the book of Leviticus, 19, verse 17.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine mind. You understand what I'm saying? That word brother is right there. Understand that word brother. Keep going.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Thy what?
Neighbor.
Why would it say brother and neighbor in the same verse?
Right.
Is it talking about two different things? No, it's talking about the same thing. This is why blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians only understand this book. This is why I understood when I got this taught to me, or what a neighbor is. I understood it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, is there any more on that?
And not suffer sin upon him.
All right, Khan, sir. Go back to Mark chapter 12, verse 31.
This is the book of Mark, 12, verse 31.
Okay.
And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Listen, you should love your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbor is your brother. You should love your neighbor as yourself, man. So which means I can't sell you drugs. I can't sleep with your wife. I can't talk behind your back. I can't steal from you. I can't rob you. I can't unalive you. I can't do none of these things, man. I can't have an evil eye towards you, man. I mean, I can't have a problem with you for no reason. I can't be mad at you for no reason. I have to love thy brother as thyself, and all them things is not loving my brother, man, loving my neighbor, man. Understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, can you go to we're gonna show you what love is.
Right.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. I'm gonna show you what love is, man. I'm gonna show you what love is. Those things that I stated is not love, but I'm gonna show you what love really is, man, according to the Bible. I'm gonna show you this, man. We're gonna prove all these Christians wrong that think we're supposed to love everybody. This love is strictly for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Because as we read in what was it? Psalm chapter 147, 19, that the word was given unto Jacob. His law, statutes, commandments was given unto us. So when we read about love, you're going to see what I'm talking about.
This is the book of John, chapter 5 and verse 3. First topic. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
This is the what?
For this is the love of God.
Keep going.
That we keep his commandments.
Listen, just like I just stated in Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. Understand what I'm saying? The word was given unto Jacob. The word is the commandments. So this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. So the 12 tribes of Israel has to keep the commandments. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians have to keep the commandments. That's love for us. I don't know about the love that the Arab has for his people. I don't know about the love that the East Indian have for his people, the Africans have for his people. But in the Bible, this is love for the nation of Israel. It's not for nobody else, man. And it's to keep the commandments. And one of the commandments that's going to set us on high and make us special is loving thy brother as thyself.
Right.
Is loving the Lord with all thy mind and with all thy strength. You understand what I'm saying? And now if you could, can you give me Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1?
There's another love scripture in 1 John
1:6. This is the 2 John chapter 1:6. Talking about that one?
That's a good one too. I was going to look at the one in 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3.
Oh, you could do that. Go there.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we love him, if we keep his commandments.
Listen, if you know that you love God, you know that you love Christ, you're going to keep his commandments, man. You're going to keep them. Love thy brother as thyself. That's a commandment. Keep it. You're going to come to life once you keep it. If you separate yourself from that, you see the outcome of, your actions and what you do in our communities. If our brothers that's in Islam understand that we was punished for serving Islam, they will come out of Islam and come to their true identity, and then they'll learn that, they can't sell each other drugs. They can't sell drugs because they don't have no money. They can't eat pork because they're starving. They can't do none of these things because their true identity is going to tie them down to a culture that's going to have to come from this book that Abad is reading right now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's going to come from this book.
Right.
And it tells us that we can't sell each other drugs, man. We can't sleep with. Listen, we can't put away our women. A lot of Muslim brothers put their women away, man. That's why Islam is garbage, man. Because you putting that sister away, man. Because you done with her. Because she got an attitude. She got a mouth. Because you just want to have sex with her. And I don't even get that about, because they could have multiple women. I don't understand this. Well, according to Islam, they could have multiple women. You understand what I'm saying? But we're not allowed to do that. And as a brother, I'm going to tell you, you can't put that woman away, man. Because you don't like how she acting, man. You just lay with her, you stay with her. Period. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what love is, man. Love is going to tell you what you need to hear. Love ain't. Go ahead, Bob.
Just like the Lord chose us, and He refers to us in the scriptures as Israel, as the nation of Israel, as a woman.
Right.
He didn't throw us away, even though He kept us out of our land.
Right.
He punished us. So we should just, in a sense, correct our women.
Right. Exactly. We should definitely correct our women. You know what I mean? So, however, Bob is bringing out so heavy, You know how, listen, we were so much disobedient to our Father,
Right.
He still had mercy and gave us another chance. This is why Christ is here.
Right.
This is why Christ died for us, to give us another chance.
That's right.
He gave His perfect Son.
Right. Right.
And let the Romans crucify Him and unalive Him for us.
Right.
That's heavy, man.
Right.
Like, if somebody died for me, man, I should honor them.
Right.
I should honor them and not do what they was teaching me not to do. When that sister, I'm gonna show you true brotherhood. This is why Christ is a prime example of brotherhood, a prime example of a brother, because they kept the Christ was the spirit. He kept the spirit of the law. He knew the spirit of the law. So he was like, for that sister that committed adultery, you know how many people that wanted to stone her?
Right.
But all of them was hypocrites and they were sinners. You understand what I'm saying? Christ wasn't a sinner. Christ could have stoned that woman because of the law. But the spirit of the law, he understood brotherhood and sisterhood. So he told her not to sin no more. Don't be a whore. Don't be a slut. Don't be none of these things. Be a daughter of Israel. Be a separate person. People, a special people. That's basically what Christ did to that sister, man. Listen, go sin no more, man. He didn't tell her to continue to do the things that she was doing before. And that's why I'm pretty sure that sister learned her lesson, and she didn't sin no more. Who knows what the sister did? But I'm pretty sure she got a second chance in life not to do it. Now, we taking that for granted. He died for me, man. Somebody take a bullet for me, I'm going to honor that, man.
Right.
Understand what? I'm going to honor that brother, man. I'm going to live by his words. Go ahead.
We got a precept for that is in Romans 12:1, where it says we got to present our bodies as a living sacrifice.
Right.
Meaning, since Christ died for us and gave us a chance back to the Most High God, we should now be perfect ourselves. We should get rid of that old man, do the work of the Lord, and so forth.
And what you're saying is so heavy because now you open something else about it. Like a lot of us don't think we could be perfect.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We don't think we could be perfect. We make a mistake. I slept with his wife. That was a mistake. I'm sorry, brother. You continue to do it to another man, and over and over and over and over again.
Right.
You know how many brothers that get unalive for having sex with somebody's wife? You know that's a thing, right?
Right.
That happens all the time. In your head, it's like, I made that mistake. I'm not going to do it again. But you continue to do it. Man, I was watching this TV show. Don't ask me why I'm watching this. I don't know why I'm watching. I was bored. I'll be bored in the house. I'll be watching stuff. Right? This is Tyler Perry. I think it's For Better For Worse. Something. It's this old show, I believe it was. And I was watching it today. And I've been watching it lately, I've been watching it. I don't know why I'm watching. I guess to get ammo, but there's a scene in was episode when the sister met this man, and she, he was all charming, enticing her, and she got, she's lonely. She got, I ain't gonna say low self-esteem, but she's so desperate to want a man. She's going through stuff with other, child's father, all the stuff that she's going through. So she's very vulnerable, basically, right? So the brother enticing her at the bar. She all falling for it. She got his number, and they both exchanged numbers. So they went. So they went out the next slot. They went out that night, but the people that's in the show know him. Like all the brothers that's in the show know him.
Right.
So to find out he had HIV, right? The brother he had HIV. So one of the brothers I bet his name Jay White, but he played in movies. He played in a lot of movies, a lot of fighting movies though.
Oh, he might be Jay White.
Yeah. He is in it, right? So he's telling her brother, like I guess the other brother, he was having a drink. They're sitting down talking because they ain't seen him in a while. So he looking at the sister. I guess somebody over there that checking him out. So he was about to go holler at him, but he was like, "Yo, that's not a good idea." Telling him, like, being a brother to him, like, "No, you shouldn't do that." Because he's I know you. Do you tell these women that you are HIV positive? And he was like, what is it? He got offended by it, but that's being a true brother saying, like, yo, like, you shouldn't, that's not a good idea. You should not do that. You understand what I'm saying? Now fast forward, they don't know that he's taking their friend out, the sister. They all cool, but they'll know that until, like, I guess somebody said something and then they wind up finding out. But long story short, she wound up taking them to the house and they wind up, laying with each other. And she laid with whom? She had unprotected sex with, right? So now she like, oh my God, she going through the motions now. She wish she never did it. You understand what I'm saying? That's how our people is today, man. If we do something, then we regret it. Because now is destroying our lives now. Now, if you could, you go ahead, Bob.
Because the demon leaves you after you've done the evil deed. The demon leaves you for a time.
Right.
And let you like meddle in what you.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, then he comes right back in, and then continue to conquer you until there's no more left. That's why you got to be swept clean after you cook. Can you give me that scripture? This is how you become new too. You got to be swept clean because you can't. This is why our people are destroyed, because we're trying to fight all the lustful things that we do. And what I liked about that episode, the brother was telling him, tell these women your status, that you're HIV positive, and you want to go and have sex with a woman. And since she was wrong too, because she was so wanting a man so bad, instead of just waiting for the right man to come along, and then she wound up having a one night stand with this man. And I don't know what happened after that, but you got that scare, and now it's like, oh, now you want to bring God in the picture. A lot of people do that. Like me, I did that before. Like, I had, unprotected sex with a sister in the world when I was in the world. Then I'm praying to God, like, oh my God, I hope I ain't got nothing. I gotta go get tested now. I shouldn't be even doing that. You understand what I'm saying? My mom, I shouldn't be doing that. Like, if I gotta regret something or be ashamed of something after I do it, I shouldn't be doing it. You understand what I'm saying? But who got brothers who I ain't had brothers to tell me, like, bro, you need to slow down, bro. You need to stop doing that. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't had that type of brotherhood to tell me that. You understand what I'm saying? Thank God the Most High have mercy on me that I'm cool, I'm good. I ain't nothing happened to me and stuff like that. But that's just a shame that you have of doing something. You shouldn't be doing it. I don't got no shame as laying next to a woman that's my wife, man.
Right.
I ain't got no shame for that, man. I ain't got no shame to make sure that, okay, I'm laying next to a righteous sister that's not going out hoeing around, sleeping with another man behind my back. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not dealing with none of them type of women. Or me, I'm not out there having crazy, unprotected, irresponsible sex with women and bringing it back home and giving something to my wife. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, now I'm a changed man. I don't even think about that type of stuff. Listen, I look at women differently now. I look at black women and Hispanic women and Native American Indian women as my sisters.
Right.
That's how I look at them. I don't look at them as anything else. No sex objects. And listen, sister, y'all do be looking good. Sometimes single sisters, y'all do be looking good. You know, I mean, that's in the world and all that. But I look at you as a sister. As soon as I introduce myself or meet you or talk to you, I'm talking to you as like a brother. Not talking to you as I'm trying to holler. Because like I said, I don't know what type of time you're on. I don't know what your life is about. And so I don't know what you're going through in your life. I don't want to just come in your life and just try to take advantage of that, your sacred box. If I could, you want to say something about it?
Oh yeah, come. Our name is Israel, Yashrala, which means prince or princess of the power.
Right.
So when a prince or princess, what they do in their court, it's like they should have like a higher class. You know what I'm saying? Because they're royalty.
Right.
Royalty.
Right. Most High in Christ. Like I said, like Abad is saying, heavy. We are royalty, man. We gotta hold ourselves to a higher standard.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We can't that word class get misused, and like class is all throughout this Bible, man. Like, you want to know what class is, you got to read this Bible. Listen, sisters, read Proverbs 31. Right. Read that book. Read that chapter, right, man. Read that chapter, man. That's class, man. Right. Like, listen. You're being kind. Go ahead, about it.
The journal says it's about the sister's ability.
Right. It's about kind on kind. It's about her ability. You mean how she carry herself, how she moves. Right. Just like the brothers, man. There's a way you gotta carry yourself, the way you move. You know what I mean? Because out here it's like we doing everything and we feeling ashamed of it. We shouldn't be doing. I don't feel ashamed about me speaking and saying the oppressor is a liar, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of going out here on these podiums and waking up my people. I'm not ashamed of that. I was ashamed of a whole bunch of stuff. Now I got brothers that's gonna call me like, yo, bro, you need to chill out with this. You need to lay off this. Like, they giving me counsel. They showed me all the game. Understand what I'm saying? Like, I ain't had that in the world. So I was just doing anything. Understand what I'm saying? Now I get to teach a class and try to show people else different, and like, yo, listen, you feel ashamed of it, don't do it. Understand what I'm saying? Like, how many scares people had in the world, man? Wow. Listen, how many scares these black men on the block is having, man. They getting shot at, and they might feel like, oh man, I should stop doing it. I'm pretty sure they think about that. But then that demon, how Abad said, that demon come right back in them and overtake them. And this is why we gotta do what Abad is about to read right now.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and we'll start at verse 43.
Go ahead.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of the man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Right. Verse 44. Then he said, I will return unto my house, from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Listen, ain't nothing there. No unclean thing is there. When it's clean, it's clean. It's hard to try to make something dirty when it's so clean. Right. Understand what I'm saying? Case in point, I remember, I was watching something. It was something about Satanists, right? Certain Satanists, this is why I know I work for the city and I don't like littering, because I gotta pick up trash every day. I gotta clean up after people. So I really don't like littering based on that, because I see like me cleaning up is like, I appreciate like no, I ain't doing that because I know somebody else got to do it. Right. So Satanist houses are just dirty. It's like trash everywhere. Look it up. It's like certain Satanist houses, they leave their house dirty because they believe that evil spirits can come in there. They believe that. Now think about what we just read. In their head, they think about evil spirits could come in there and possess them, whatever crap they believe in, right? Whatever crap they believe in. You understand? They believe. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, they cooking. Like, I was watching this. I think somebody, one of the Satanists, he unalived somebody, and they went in his house. And his house it looked like an abandoned house. It looked like a house nobody had never been in a long time. Spray paint all on the walls, stuff all over the beds, on the floors, like trash everywhere. I'm talking about like you go to the dump, like the dump just went to his house and it's all over his house. That's how bad it was. And they said like the main reason why the house is dirty because they let evil spirits come in there, man. Like, just think about that as your body.
as your spirit. If your spirit is dirty and it's so dirty to the point that it's going to be hard for you to clean, them demons is going to come all the time. Even if you say, okay, I'm gonna get rid of this, that demon gonna come back even harder. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's say you fight to keep your house super clean, your body super clean, your spirit super clean, and it's gonna be hard for that demon to come in because now you know how to fight. Now you know how to clean up your spirit. You understand what I'm saying? Now you know what to do. But if you just gave up on yourself and say, listen, I'm gonna keep this house dirty. It's too much. There's too much filth around. Some others just keep it dirty. I'm gonna keep throwing stuff on the ground, keep doing that. A demon's gonna keep coming in, overtake the. Then you're gonna be so far gone. Like our brothers and sisters, it's some brothers and sisters out here that's far gone that they can't come back. Even though I pray that they do, but they how I see it is so far gone, they can't even be reached. You understand what I'm saying? I hope they can. I want everybody to be saved. But in reality, it's like, man, I can't get to him. And then once I try to keep getting to him, he's probably in the ground right now. He's probably in prison. He probably did something crazy to the point that I can't now. Damn, bro, I can't help you now. But the Bible say it's gonna be hard for the spirit to come in, the evil spirit to come in you once you super clean. Keep going.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, 12, verse 44.
Is there any more on that? I'll read the end. And it's like if you keep, if you invite them back in, is even worse. Is that in there?
Come. Next verse.
Come.
He findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last end of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. So imagine your house, you just dirty up your house, and then you add more trash to it. Understand what I'm saying? Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna backtrack. Imagine you clean your house. You clean your house. And you just add trash. You just gave up on yourself. You're just gonna add more trash. Now you got roaches, rats, possums, all types of stuff, ants all in your house. Dirty because you just say, you know what? I just gave up. That happens sometimes. And you're gonna have to fight to keep it clean. You're gonna have to maintain it being clean. You can't just be coming in here on Salaki. You can't just be saying, I'm gonna clean myself up and then just let it go. You got to keep maintaining yourself to be clean. You got to maintain that spirit, man. Maintain that clean spirit, because when them unclean spirits come in, they're going to come in 7 times, even worse than they came before. And guess what, man? You're gonna be so far gone that you might listen. The Most High might kill, or Most High might unalive you. Understand what I'm saying? Because he the one that heals and make alive. I mean, he the one that brings us to life. You understand what I'm saying? And he could unalive us. However, if you just give up on yourself, what you supposed to do? What you gonna do? You're gonna just let your house get dirty again, and then it's gonna stay dirty. You ain't gonna clean it up no more. Then you're gonna be so far gone, man. Now, if you could, can you go back to matter of fact, go to 2 John chapter 1 verse 6. We're gonna go back to this love thing, man. This is the book of 2 John, chapter 1 and verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. And this is the commandment that, as ye have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it.
Listen, read it from the top again.
This is the book of 2 John, chapter 1 and verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Listen, this is love, that we walk after his commandments, man. We gotta do these commandments. If I may, matter of fact, what's First John chapter? Go to 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. Cause I don't think we got to the grievous part.
This is book of right. This is book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Listen, these commandments is not hard to do, man. Loving your brother is not hard to do. Just don't sell him drugs.
Right.
Just don't sleep with his wife. Just don't feed him shrimp, crab, and lobster. Just don't beat on your wife.
Right.
Just don't disrespect your sister, man.
Right.
Don't look at your sister as a piece of meat, man.
Right.
This is how we keep us together and loving one another, is by doing right by one another. Right. If we're not doing right and protecting one another, these enemies is going to come up here and overtake us, man. Right. They're going to conquer us, and they're going to make us second-class citizens. Listen, I'm sick and tired of being a second-class citizen. I'm sick and tired of being under a oppressor that got his foot on my neck. I'm sick and tired of it, man. Right. It got to stop, man. Right. And the more we come together as a people, man, the Most High might consider bringing Christ back and cracking that sky. Right. And listen, it's on. This is gonna be on. It's gonna be on and popping. And I can't wait, man. But we need blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to get on board and start loving one another, man. Right. We gotta follow these commandments, man. It's not hard to do, man. You wanna know why it's not hard to do? Because I'm sitting in this chair doing them. Right. Abad is sitting in this chair reading these scriptures, doing them. Right. You know, all the officers, all the captains, all the generals are doing them. Right. And last but not least, Christ did it. Right. Christ showed us that we can keep the law. Right. He did it in a strange man land. Right. He did it around the Romans. He was walking in it. Right. And they hated that. Right. They hated that. Listen, they call us a hate group. But we walk in these commandments so much that the world hates us. The world hates the I.S.U.P.K, man. We trying to wake up our people, man, get them out of this hellish condition that they in. So we teaching them to love one another. We're not teaching them to hate one another, to go sell drugs to one another, go sleep with another man's wife. We're not teaching that, man. The Bible forbids us to teach that, man. We're teaching them good things. We're teaching them the law, statute, commandments of the Most High, man. Thus saith the Lord, man. We're teaching them to love one another, to be kind to one another, to be tender-hearted. You understand? To be soft and delicate. You understand? Not to have an evil eye towards one another, man. We're supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to be telling our people the total opposite, man. Listen, we are for Christ, man. We are really the Christ-like beings on this planet that's walking around right now. The I.S.U.P.K, man. We follow Christ, man. The Christian church don't follow Christ. Islam don't follow Christ. The oppressor don't follow Christ. They follow that Caesar Borgia, man. That lady with his sister, man. His biological sister that came from his father, man. That's who he laid with, man. I can't do that. The Bible forbids me to do that. I mean, I can give me a sister, you know, from another from another father. I mean, it can't come from my father that I came from. Right. You understand? Not my biological sister. You understand what I'm saying? But we don't understand that, man. And this is why we need to come back to this Bible, man. Especially the Christians. They so New Testament crazy. Right. But they don't even understand it, man. Right. It don't make any sense for any Christian to say the laws is done away with when Christ did it in another man's land. Listen, and you know, if I could about like a lot of Christians think, oh, we can't do all the laws. We can't do it. It can't be done. Then why Christ did it? Right. Christ kept the Passover. Right. He rode on a donkey, if I'm not mistaken. Did he go to Jerusalem about? On a donkey. Right. Listen, we gonna get there. Shout out to Officer Yediah, for his journey walking to the Passover. Right. last Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina, man. Like, listen, we're gonna get there. Listen, we gotta ride a hoopty and it's low on gas, and we getting there. Right. The donkey is the hoopty these days. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we ain't riding on no horses. We gonna ride in a hoopty and we gonna get there. We don't care if we gotta walk there. We're gonna keep the Passover. Right. Just like Christ did. Christ kept the Passover. Right. So why are not Christians keeping the Passover? You think that he wasn't keeping the laws? Right. If that's the case, why he keep the Passover? Right. Why was he teaching out the Torah? Right. Love thy neighbor as thyself comes from the Torah. Love thy God with all thy might, with all thy soul, with all thy strength comes from the Torah. Right. Why are you not following this? Right. You're saying the laws is done away with. This is why there's no brotherhood in the Christian church. Because y'all say the laws is done away with. When Christ clearly say you're supposed to love thy brother as thyself. Right. That's a commandment. Loving your brother is keeping the commandments. So Christians, these pastors, is giving you shrimp, crab, and lobster, taking all your money, not helping you with your bills, sleeping with your wife, telling you can celebrate Christmas. You come as you are and still leave as you are, instead of come as you are and changing to be a new person. That's what the Christian church does, man. The Christian church lacks brotherhood, man. The Muslim mosque lacks brotherhood, man. The I.S.U.P.K, we are the prime example of brotherhood, just like Christ was, man. Right. Christ was a brother, man. He died for his brothers and sisters, man. And we doing a disservice to Christ when we sinning out here, man. We know, especially the Christian pastor, you know that you sinning and you doing a disservice to our people, man. You doing a disservice to the whole nation of Israel, man. Period, man. You got to get out of that mind state, man. And like I said, we got to walk in it just like Christ did. Christ was walking in the commandments, man. He was walking and he was talking and he was doing it, man. Right. You telling me Christ went to Jerusalem, he wasn't speaking Hebrew? Think about that. He wasn't just in Rome. He knew probably a couple languages. He was speaking that Hebrew too, I'm pretty sure, because he's reading that Torah. Right. He's reading that Torah. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Christ was a real black man. And Christ was superior too, man. Just like set on high, Christ was set on high, man. Right. In his own right, he was set on high, man. He was above all people, man. Right. If I'm not mistaken, he definitely called a oppressor a dog. Right. You understand what I'm saying? He wouldn't give the loaf of bread to the dog. He gave her a crumb. Right. That's superiority right there, man. Right. That's black supremacy, man. The I.S.U.P.K, man, you need to understand that we are above all people, man. When we go past an oppressor got his nose up, you think he's better than somebody, we looking at him as nothing. Like a drop, this is nothing like a drop of a bucket. Like you know, when you carry a bucket around and splash a little bit, drops come out. He's nothing, man. Right. And I look at my brothers and sisters as special. Right. You know what I mean? Understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, can you give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15? Let's go there.
This book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You will not listen to the Lord thy God, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. This was going to happen.
To observe and do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Today. He commanded you to keep these laws, man, today, man. This was happen when you're not going. This was going to happen when you don't keep them. Keep going.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Listen, these curses, like we read earlier, we brought this out earlier. These curses is going to come upon you. Curses is punishments. You understand what I'm saying? And when you get judged, that's a punishment. Right. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to have all these curses come among us. Now, if you could, can you read me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 44?
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Listen, he shall lend to us. We get our home loans from him. We're going to what was, you know, people, these blacks, so-called blacks going to college, so-called Hispanics going to college, so-called Native American Indians go to college, and you get your student aid from him.
Right.
You're not lending to him. He's listen, you're in debt because of him.
Right.
Listen, in our book, you would never be in debt.
Right.
Ever. You would never be in debt. He charging you interest.
Right.
He charging all these things, which well, why shouldn't he oppress you over you? You're a second-class citizen.
Right.
He should be charging you interest because you're a second-class citizen. Because if he was our second-class citizen, we damn sure would be charging you interest. But you my brother, and I'm not going to charge you interest.
Right.
You understand? If you got to borrow some money from me, and say you try to borrow $100 from me, $200 from me, you only got to give me $200 back.
Right.
That's it. And sometimes, like, listen, even if you late, if you tell me, listen, I need more time, I'm not going to add an extra $50 to it, like the oppressor. He lends to us. We don't lend to him, man. That's why you know he's in power. Because he can lend to you. You can't lend to him. You can't give nothing to the oppressor. Nothing. You can't get no type of money to the oppressor, man. If you could, keep going.
I got that precept too, where it says, "Do not lend with usury interest."
Go ahead.
This is the book of
This is a law too.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 23, verse 19. Thou shalt not lend upon usury, which is interest, to thy brother.
Listen, that's brotherhood, man. Like sidebar. I noticed he retired now because of his illness at my job. So, a brother that worked with us, or like an older brother in age, worked with us. He used to be the money, the money lender. He used to give people money. Listen, I love that brother, but that brother interest is worse than oppressor interest. Because he say, if I give you $100, you got to give me $200. That 100% interest. He want $200 back. Oppressor might say 10%, maybe 13%, maybe 3%, something like that. You know what I mean? Because he's still charging interest to his people too. But the Jewish people, they work with their people. I don't think they even pay interest. Listen, I'm pretty sure the Jewish banks out here, Jewish institutions that lend money to Jewish people, and I'm pretty sure they probably charging the other nations that they look at as goyim or something like that. Goyim, as they charge them usury. They probably charge them nothing. They bill us nothing. But our people, like I said, that brother, $200, $100 for two. Listen, man. You will never get out of that. And if I could, and this is why our people were so destroyed, because I told them about this one time, like, why are you charging so much? Because I will never really ask for money like that from anybody, really, unless I really needed it. But he was trying to get me to get some money from him. I was like, I would never. Listen, and it's messed up, man. I was in the world. I'd rather go to the oppressor before I go to you for anything. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of brothers that's in that job. I heard stories about that. He had to get, like, they was asking for money, for food, for lunch, to the point that they gave them their whole check when they got their check. So they didn't really have nothing. So guess what they got to do again?
Give them the whole check.
You got to borrow money again and go over and over again, man. And that was real evil of that brother to do that, man. It was not wise for that brother to do that to that brother, because we're in poverty, man.
Right.
That's why we borrowing, because we're in poverty, man.
Right.
Most blacks don't have enough money to buy a house, so they gotta put some money down to get a mortgage. You understand what I'm saying? Some people can't even do that. You understand what I'm saying? Now they're in Section 8, they're in the projects. But guess what? They're giving everything to us, man. They lending all their things to us, man. Right. We don't supposed to do that, though. When we come and start to follow the Most High God, I can't charge interest to my brother, man.
Right.
I can't. That's usury. I can't do that. That's a crime.
Right.
That's a crime. according to the Bible. I can't do that, man. Listen, brother, you owe me $20, just give me $20 back. Honestly, you might ask me for some money. Just ask me for $20. Like, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, you my brother, man. You need it, man. I got you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how brotherhood is supposed to be, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're supposed to be looking out for one another, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, like there might be a time when I'm down, and you might say, "Oh, here you go for looking out for me." You know what I mean? Case in point, like it's some, you know, they still in the world, but I got a couple brothers I used to work with. When we was like all seasonal workers, like we was younger. I was younger at the time, I was like 19 years old, 20 maybe, and we were seasonal workers and all that. When they had enough for lunch, we all put our money together and help get this brother some food. But we always looked out for each other. It's like, all right, you got it, I'm good. I ain't got to worry about it. Like you going to look out for me, I'm gonna look out for you. That's how we was operating a long time ago. You know what I mean? At the job we was working at. But there's a lot of brothers out here that they don't got that type of mind state of, you know, we all in the same barrel, we all in the same boat. Like we all in poverty. We gotta look out for one another, man. We gotta be invested in one another, man. We gotta help one another. Listen, this brother needs something. We gotta make sure he get it. This brother about to be homeless, and we can't get it. We can't help him, you know, get out of the condition he's in. No, man, we cannot be doing that, man. I'm not charging my brother no interest, man. Listen, I can't wait I can't wait until we rule, because like I said, I would be worse. Any oppressor, any other nation or heathen come to me and asking they borrow somebody, you want $100,000 from me? I want 500,000 back. I'm sorry, take it or leave it. You ain't gonna want to borrow from me. I want I want all your land. Right. listen, you gotta sign the deed over to your house. Right. Don't come to Quatazar's hard money lending service. Don't come there. Don't come there. Because I'm taking all you got. Right. Because you're gonna do that to me if I can't pay you. Right. You're gonna try to take my house away when I can't pay my mortgage. Right. I'm gonna do the same thing to you. You ain't gonna have no compassion or no sympathy for me. I'm gonna have compassion for my brother and sympathy for my brother and be have compassion and consider my brother trials and tribulations and not take his house away. Because a lot of people want to do that in this world. Oh, you can't pay your mortgage? I'm gonna take your house. That's how these oppressors think, man. They don't care about us, man. But I ain't gonna do that to my brother, man. I want to make sure my brother get to pay his mortgage on time. Make sure he's not late. Make sure that we all gonna support him. Right. Because if you think about it, I was talking about this a long time ago in my old job when I was at the rec center, one of the recreation centers I used to work at, and they was talking about this is why we need to come together as a people too, you know, because people don't know this. A lot of people don't know this. You know how, you know, in our neighborhoods they complain about the playground. Or some people might not know, but a lot of people complain about how the playgrounds don't get developed, right? The rec centers don't get developed, right? And you go in certain places, you gotta wait till funding come to actually for them to put money onto it. That takes like 10, 15 years to happen, right? And it needs attention now. Don't you know? If this is a predominantly oppressor neighborhood, don't you know they raise money to fix up their rec center and their playgrounds? I'm talking about not the tax money. I'm talking about money that they're giving to the people that they want to give to fix it up. They're raising money. They're giving their money to build up that rec center and that that playground. A lot of people don't know that though. This is what they talk about in the rec center. Like you got recreation leaders. That's what they talk about. This is why I know, because I worked in a recreation center. Like it's not just how we complain. They're not doing this, they're not doing that for our communities. But a lot of oppressors and other people are raising money in their communities. That's why if you go to oppressor neighborhood, you see they basketball courts like an NBA basketball court.
Right.
You see it look all clean, look all fixed up because they raised money. Now I'm not saying they should give us money, but now think about it like this: we spend all our money on alcohol, on marijuana, on blunts, on cigarettes, on shrimp, crab, and lobster, because our people love crabs. Our people love shrimp and all those abominations, man. Imagine all that money that I just stated that you take away from that and is give to your community. You know how many people in the hood smoke weed? A lot of people in our neighborhood smoke weed. You know how much money that is? Instead of investing in his brother got an idea. Say, listen, I got this idea to make our community better schools, better health care, better this, better that. All you gotta do is pour money into me, and we can make it happen. This is why tithes in the I.S.U.P.K is so important, because that's what we're working towards. We're working towards that, but you gotta give, you gotta sacrifice. And listen, once we separate ourselves and get rid of all the evil things, listen, I used to smoke a lot of weed. I was a weed smoking bastard. I spent about $300 on weed every week. You know how much money? I was like, I got money now. Like, that I saved from just smoking blunts and the body, if I could, like, then you smoking, then you getting, now you got the munchies, now you got to get something to eat. Now how much money I spent on that, and when I stopped doing that, I had $900 to myself, saved $900. Now I could do something with it now. Now I could put this somewhere and make probably some more money, or give it to the I.S.U.P.K so they can build these schools up, man. That's what we have to do. We can't just say, oh, the oppressor's not going to do it for you.
Right.
The oppressor is not going to make you follow these laws. He want to get you away from these laws.
Right.
He want to get you away. Right. Understand what I'm saying? He would tell you, yo, debt is, ain't nothing wrong with certain type of debt. If you got good debt, ain't nothing wrong with that. Right. But the bad debt, he want that. He wants you to get that car. Listen, he wants you to get that car. You can't even afford it. You can't even afford it when you in debt. You can't even afford it when you got a nice little job. You can't even afford it. You should just come inside these doors, get rid of all the evil things, and we're going to show you what you need to do in order to live a righteous life. And the main reason why we stuck in this condition is because we want to follow our oppressor, man. You know what I mean? We want to be like the oppressor. So now, you got these black lending companies and all that type of stuff, and they probably charging our people interest.
Right.
Listen, don't let me get listen, they're gonna be mad at me about it. If I get me a lending service right now, they're gonna be mad at me. I don't be listening. I ain't gotta worry about charges. I ain't gotta worry about no interest. But that oppressor, yeah, listen, just like how they do it in jobs and all that. They like, oh, you're African American, whatever ethnicity you is. It's not gonna be no other. It's not gonna be the prefer not to say. It's gonna be like, you gonna be this. And if you find out you're Caucasian or oppressor, I'm charging you interest. I'm just letting you know that. Right. However, we shouldn't do that, man. And the Most High forbids us to do that, man. And like I said, no, matter of fact, can you go back to Deuteronomy?
No. The book of Deuteronomy.
Because there's another part that we got to read.
28 verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Go ahead.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
You want to be the tail? Or you want to be the head? See, he's the head right now. He's over you. He's in power. He has authority over you. And you at the bottom. You at the bottom. The Bible say that we're supposed to be above all people, but we are the tail. That's a curse that came upon us because we didn't want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. We wanted to treat each other like brothers and sisters. Now we're the tail. You know what the tail does? I'm pretty sure animals fart. I'm pretty sure animals, defecate.
Right.
Imagine the tail is right there. It's disgusting, man. You want to be near a rear end. You want to be at the top. Let them be at the let them be the tail. Just let them be the tail, man. But this is part of what our curses, man. They're over us, man. Listen, and if I could, this is why listen, everything that happens in America, the oppressor allows it. That's why you know he the head. If Black Lives Matters, police officers would have been stopped shooting black men down in the streets when it happened the first time. It would never happen again. That's why you know they are in power. They allow feminism to go on because now they see a bigger picture. At first, it was white women fighting for their rights. Now they let black women join them. Now it's like, oh, we can get the black women to join the white women and fight their men because a long time ago, before we was in this condition that we are now by, right. Our marriages was together.
Right.
We was a unit. Now feminism came along, which the oppressor allows. Now we're destroyed. The family is destroyed. The black family is destroyed. Everybody arguing with one another. Now, as a matter of fact, if you could, we're going, running low on time. Okay. All right, we're going through the Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. You know what I mean? Like feminism caused us to destroy the family, man. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 54.
And this is another curse that was put upon us, man.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Listen, the Bible said that your eye is going to be evil towards your brother. Yeah, eye is going to be evil towards your wife, and the remnant of your children. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I could, something just happened with the brother. He just got Hispanic. He a brother, right? The brother that got right. That escaped from prison.
Right.
He's a brother, right?
I believe so. I believe so. That's my knowledge.
All right. The brother escaped from prison. I never knew this until I was looking at something like a couple days ago, right? I didn't know that he unalived his wife. That's having an evil eye. Murdering, unaliving your wife, that's an evil eye towards your wife, man. That's a curse put upon us, man. But you want to know what's the most heaviest thing? I'm going to end with that. You know what's the most heaviest thing? He wasted all that time and energy to unalive his wife. Then he wasted all that time and energy to escape prison. You know he scaled a wall. He scaled the wall. He looked at it. He probably planned it. He looked at the wall. Oh, I can get away from here. I heard his mom was saying he know how to move out because of poverty. I move out in the jungle and all that type of stuff, right? So he scaled the wall. He looked at a wall. That got to take some type of skill to do, right? He took all that time and energy to escape prison, to unalive his wife, when he could have took his time to do right. You understand what I'm saying? Even if saying his wife has laid with another man, if he would have came to I.S.U.P.K, this would have never happened to that brother, man. He didn't know how to put that wife away. He didn't know how to deal with that wife if he had problems with his wife. He didn't know how to get counsel, man. You see how he scaled the wall? You see how he, escaped from prison? You should escape from America in a righteous way by coming to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, man. Escape the hellish conditions that you're in, man. Don't unalive your wife and be in prison and then say, oh, I want to be free now. Use all that energy and that time that you're doing these things to get right with the Lord, man. And if you want to really get right with the Lord, man, you come into I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yahanna. You understand what I'm saying? Pay your tithes and listen and learn from the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. And with that, I'm Kwada Zachariah at I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahanna. And I'm about to pass the class off to priest and officer of Bahaya.
Yeah, priest and officer, Kwada Zachariah, power and power in the unity class.
All right. What's on Chris?
Right. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West 125th Street, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to the school, they are all rooms for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. They need transportation, teaching, or arrangement. After 6 months, the brother or sister has interest in a particular person. He or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, the commandment. Not the book of Numbers, 18 verse 21, the book of Malachi, 3 verse 8 to 10. By I.S.U.P.K, 10 in Hebrew, 10% of every penny that the increase of our gives you give to the teacher priest fund. Free will offering for priests not mandatory whatsoever of life. Upcoming holy convocations is the Day of Atonement, found on the 10th day of the 7th month. This Sunday, September 24th, 2023, the service is going to start around 7 p.m. Go into a school near you to attend the service. This is going to be in the book of Leviticus 23, verses 27 to 32. It's going to be a service, not going to be no food, of course, because it's a fast.
Right.
Remind occupant I'm welcome to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper of the school, start wearing all black, boot shirt, pants, headband, or scarf, then I want you to stand. But if Israel, when we going to curse salute, but if Israel, I'm Shabbat. Barak.
Yahweh Shimmy Al-Shah Rakadom.
There's the top and down. Sorry, transistors. This is a module, your module, your module on block is your head module. You can connect that foot right to the angle, right hand to the left. When we say Barak or salute, or when we salute you salute us back. But in Israel, when the system won't carry you salute. But in Israel, I'm on Shabbat. I'm Barak.
Yahweh Shema done by Shimmy Al-Shah.
When we said was Yahweh, watch over you in the name of Christ. Watch your top and stand down, clap your face.